Good morning. Welcome to our Upper School Fall Athletic Awards ceremony. The growth and success of our programs are directly related to the amount of support and effort given by our student athletes, their families, and our coaches. It's hard to believe how quickly the fall season has passed and we're well into the winter season. Our student athletes and coaches continue to work to reach their full potential and take it upon themselves not only to compete, but to be their best on and off the athletic field. And what a fall season we had. Here are just a few highlights. Our girls varsity volleyball team making it to the championship game in only its third official season, and Ava Gaines and Megan Moss-Miller earning all conference honors. Our boys cross country team competing well in the championship race, and Ben Miller earning all conference honors and being our first runner in school history to break the 18-minute mark in competition. Boys soccer competing again in the B Conference and going down to the last game of the season with a chance to make the playoffs, and Ryan Morrison and Travis Smith earning all conference honors. Girls soccer also competing again in the B Conference, making the playoffs, and Reagan Ramsey and Liv Sprinkle earning all conference honors. and our girls cross country team winning the IAAM Cross Country Championship. Morgan Burns and Maggie Kennedy finishing in the top 10 in that race, and Maggie earning all conference honors. We would now like to recognize the students who work behind the scenes and on the sidelines to make our athletic programs thrive. These students put in hours of work and are vital members to our athletic program. To our fall team managers, we are grateful for your generosity, your time, and your talents. Students, when you hear your name, please stand to be recognized and hold your applause until all students' names are called. Ryan Ellis, Kendall Johnson, Olivia Rook, Ben Kogan, Owen Beatty, Kira Bosley, and Sam Motzovitz, our head manager. Next, we are thrilled to recognize our student athletes who have earned their first varsity letter during the fall of 2023. Each student who participates in a varsity squad for the first time will receive a varsity letter and a sport pin that can be displayed either on the varsity letter or on their blazer lapel. When your name is called, please stand to be recognized. After the ceremony, come get your varsity letter and pin from my office. Please hold your applause until all students' names are called. Amari Bowman, Caitlin Carver, Matthew Clausen, Ruby Connolly, Peyton Davis, Natalie Delgado, Reese Eberly, Jordan Graham, Gage Erb, Gage Hamburg, Lincoln Kozak, Ryan Lauer, Whitney McIlvain, Ben Miller, Quinn Mortimer, Cadence Poklemba, Asha Ragarajan, Tate Souter, Stella Walker, Leah Wilson, Aaron Yelland. Next, I will turn things over to our coaches for our Team Athletic Awards. 2 awards will be given out for each team. The first award is the Coaches Leadership Award. This award is given to that player or manager who, by the vote of the coaches, exemplifies the leadership characteristics expected of a Gerstel student athlete. This student athlete has given the commitment, dedication, and sacrifice to the team to improve individually and as a teammate. This player can be a verbal leader or can lead by example while setting the bar for what is expected of his or her teammates. This player strives to reach their full potential on a daily basis and has the ability to make those around them better. The second award is the Falcon Award. This award is given to the player or manager by the vote of the players who has had the most positive impact on the team. This student athlete who has persevered throughout the season and who has set a positive example for his or her peers both on and off the field. This player has shown the ability to lead by example and set the standard for what a Gerstel student athlete is all about. First to present will be Coach Quenzer for JV Volleyball.
This fall, the JV volleyball program had a very successful season, ending with a record of 7-4 and being 5-2 in conference. They ended 3rd overall in the conference this season, a feat that they should be very proud of. The team approached every practice and game with passion, conviction, and persistence, and worked hard to grow individually and as a whole. They worked together and built a system of trust. They faced tough competition and were able to come out on top, especially during our high-intensity match against the FCA Bravehearts. I am proud of this team and how much they accomplished this season, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for every single one of you. I want to take a second and express my appreciation to some people who this season would not have been possible without. Mr. Gelati for allowing me the opportunity to grow in my coaching career, Coach Zach and Coach Wilson for never turning away my million questions, and Ryan and Kendall for giving up their time to make our season run smoother. I appreciate all of you, and thank you. The Falcon Award is voted on by the players, and I ask the whole team to think about the player who fully embodies what it means to be a leader both on and off the court. I ask players to write a brief explanation as to why. Explanations for this player included, she's always supportive and she's kind to everyone. She's always happy. and she hustles and puts the team above herself. I felt that these explanations were a great way to sum up this player. Both on and off the court, she sets the example. She constantly demonstrates principle number 3, treat others as you want to be treated, as I often watch her go out of her way to make sure that her teammates get high fives. I can always rely on her to instruct others and help those around her with rotations and defense. Our defense would not have operated without her, and this year's Falcon Award goes to Megan Rudeau. This year's Coaches Award goes to a player who consistently showed up to practice ready to work. She approached every endeavor and obstacle with a passion that lit up the court. Often, she would leave the court sweatier than any other player, which makes her hard work obvious. When I would instruct her to try and fix her problems or her form, I could see her, in her head, immediately making the fix. She would take my advice and work to achieve whatever I asked immediately. I could always rely on her to make aggressive plays, and she persevered through any injuries she might have had, and any frustrations that she might have had. She put herself or her team above herself. She never forgot to express appreciation, not only to me as her coach, but also to her teammates for making things possible. I've seen her grow immensely in these past 2 years that I've known her, and I'm so incredibly proud of her. I can't wait to see what her future has in store, and I encourage her to continue to strive with that positive attitude and work to be her best. This year's Coaches Award goes to Olivia Nayurjas.
Next to present will be Coach Zach and Coach Wilson for varsity volleyball.
First, I'd like to thank the managers who gave up their time to help the volleyball program, and for Mr. Gelati and all the hard work he puts in for scheduling. Thank Coach Wilson and Coach Troy for all their help throughout the season. I do want to correct Mr. Gelati, though, or not necessarily correct, but add to, he forgot Miss Lexi Larson, who was also all-conference this season. We had 3. So, sorry, Lexi. So, as Mr. Gelati stated, we started this program 4 years ago, and I'm amazed to see how quickly it has grown. We had over 60 girls try out for the various teams this season. At the beginning of the practice season, I was so excited to see the talent level that we had in the gym and how great the girls worked together. I told them very early on we had a chance to do something special this season, and they did not disappoint. We finished our conference schedule tied for second with a record of 8-2. After a relatively easy quarterfinal win, the girls fought really hard and dug deep for a 5-set victory in the semifinals. We did come up a little short in the championship game, but I could not be more proud of this team. Their hard work, positivity, positive attitude, and perseverance was inspiring. The team chose for the Falcon Award a player who led by example every day, always came to practice with a positive attitude, not only ready to learn, but also ready to help teach the less experienced players. When the girls would get stuck in a drill, she was always the one pushing them through. She was selected as a captain with a unanimous vote by her teammates. She truly exemplifies the characteristics of a Gerstel student athlete. The Falcon Award goes to a most deserving, always smiling, and yes, all conference, Lexi Larson. This year's Coaches Award was a particularly tough decision. There were so many special young ladies on this team. Unfortunately, he only lets me give one. Not my fault. 3 years ago, if someone would have told me that this player would be the recipient of the 2023 Coaches Award, I wouldn't have believed it, but I am so glad she surprised me. She has become a leader on the court by her actions and a vocal leader when necessary. She's worked hard on her game and improved her skills to the point where she didn't just improve herself as a player, she also made those around her better. When we moved girls to a new position, she was always there to help tell them where they needed to be. If practice was a little flat, we could always count on her to help bring the energy. Not to mention, sing with all her heart. Miss Megan Mossmiller.
Next to present is our cross-country teams is Coach Miller and Coach Donato.
We didn't have 60, we had 7 girls this year. We were small but mighty. After the ladies had run their first time trial in practice, they set a benchmark for their personal goals and also for their team goals. And they set the team goal early on that they thought that they could win the C conference. They knew that the potential was there, but without great effort, positive attitudes, and healthy bodies, the conference title would not be theirs to celebrate. 4 out of our 7 girls experienced health issues and injuries, but they remained courageous despite these adversities, putting in the necessary time and work to recover. Not once did the girls face defeat this season. They competed in 6 meets, and a remarkable 3 different athletes on our team came in first place for us in those 6 meets. The girls pushed each other by their own efforts and attitudes, and they could often be found around mile 1 in a big pack on race day. The ladies won the championship by just 3 points, secured largely by the effort of Morgan Burns as she ran the fastest race of her career. Please join me once more in congratulating the team on their remarkable efforts this year. For the Falcon Award, the girls chose an athlete who was known for pursuing her running with passion, conviction, and persistence. They also chose an athlete who was known for sharing her treasure, which was her roll-on BioFreeze stick. Every race, Reese Everly came in with her roll-on BioFreeze in the bus, and it smelled like minty fresh. It was wonderful. She came into the season with little racing experience, but with great tenacity. She worked hard not only in her running efforts, but also in figuring out her race strategy, injury management, and she finished the season as the fastest freshman in the C Conference this year. I thought that was really remarkable. So, Reese, congratulations. Come on forward. For the Coaches Award, the coaches chose an athlete who put in a great deal of off-season training. She excitedly welcomed the freshmen, she supported the seniors on their celebration day, and she took a whole lot of pictures because most of her junior season was spent in a walking boot. She faced tremendous adversities this season, but all the while, her positive attitude remained infectious. I learned recently that it was her invitation and her love for running that brought both of our seniors, Grace and eventually Morgan, to the team. Sky, your role on this team may not have been what you were hoping for this season, but the role that you embraced left an impact on many. Congratulations, Sky.
Good morning. Since Mr. Miller couldn't be here, I'm going to present the awards to the boys team. The Falcon Award. This season's Falcon Award winner is an athlete that has made amazing improvements over the last 2 seasons. This athlete has done an excellent job at listening to feedback from his coaches and at persevering through a long season. In the championship meet, he courageously made it to the end of the race despite the adversity of a bout of sickness. This year's Falcon Award goes to Ben Kushner. And now, the Coaches Award. This season's Coaches Award goes to an athlete that is known in every setting as a person who works to reach his full potential. He approached this season with passion, conviction, and persistence. His coaches and teammates are all inspired and entertained by his competitive nature and work ethic. This year's Coaches Award goes to BB.
Next to present will be Coach Todd and Coach David for boys varsity soccer.
Come on, part-time. Good morning. First, I want to thank Mr. Palasko, Dr. Smith, and the faculty and staff. We appreciate all your support, leadership, and guidance. Due to this, it creates success for our athletes on the field. Mr. Gelati, thank you for your leadership of our athletic department. Mr. Roten, thank you for keeping our athletes on the field. This team made the jump back to the B Conference this year. Attribute P, perseverance, best describes this team. There was not one match, as Mr. Gelati noted before, that the season that we were not in. They put the work in every single day, whether it be in training or on match day. And I could not be prouder to be part of this team, and I look forward to our future. Falcon Award. I had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with this young man. He was the last line of our defense and a captain for 2 years. He commanded our defense by instructing his teammates by using attribute I. Please help me congratulate Drew Sindisic on being the boys soccer Falcon Award winner.
The least I could do. How about you? How are you? How are you?
Coaches Award. This young man was another one of our captains this year. Principle number 6 best describes this athlete. Approach every endeavor with passion, conviction, and perseverance. He was always the hardest worker on the field, covering box to box and always the first one back on defense, controlling the middle of the field. Please help me congratulate Ryan Morrison.
That was not hard working.
And last to present will be Coach Devers and Coach Estes for girls varsity soccer.
Pretty sure they put us last because we're the most long-winded, so I apologize in advance. Salenza wanted to say, or Coach Salenza said he's sorry he couldn't be here. He's with his daughter at a tournament. And I want to personally say thank you to both the coaches. You were a great addition this year, Coach Devers, so thank you so much. And, you know, with Salenza, you never know what you're going to get. So it's nice to have him as our coach. So it's always difficult to find the words to recap a season. How can you accurately convey in a couple of minutes all the love, sweat, blood, and the tears of 20 individuals who all embarked on a common journey together over the past 3 months? Indeed, it is easiest when the journey has a storybook ending, but for us this season, unfortunately, it did not. What we do have, though, are memories, beautiful and unforgettable core memories that, as a whole, mean much more than any season-ending championship ever could. We started this season clearly knowing that it was going to be much more rigorous and challenging than our previous season. The team moved up to the IAAM B conference, and in doing so, we knew we would need to be courageous in the face of adversity and to persevere through any challenges on the pitch. The coaches set a preseason goal of making it to the playoffs, and through grit, determination, and heart, we were able to achieve that goal. Even though our season ended a bit prematurely, the girls always strived for a positive attitude and supported each other and worked to reach their full potential by fighting diligently to the end. Moreover, this team was steadfast in our team motto of never give up, successfully competing in one of the toughest conferences in the region. Frankly, we could not ask for any more than that. This team is losing 2 irreplaceable seniors that will be greatly missed. But our immediate future is bright as we have some young talent who will be entering the upper school next year. My fellow coaches and I are confident that our young team will continue to work to reach their full potential, to gain strength through this season's experiences, and will boldly approach every endeavor with passion, conviction, and persistence. Here's to the countless hours of hard work, laughter, highs, lows, personal growth, and lifelong bonds that we hope you've made from the 2023 that will take us the rest of our lives. We are saddened to see the senior class leave us, but our next chapter is just a page away. Time to rest, reset, and get back to the grind once again. At this time, I'm going to kind of repeat what Mr. Gelati said, but we wanted to recognize the 2 girls who made all conference this year, Liv Sprinkle and Reagan Ramsey. Congratulations, you most certainly deserved it. We'd also like to express our appreciation to the following individuals and groups. First, to the administration, faculty, and Dr. Smith, who supported us throughout the school year, attending many of our home matches and cheered us on to victories. Thank you. Next, to Mr. Gelati, for all of the hard work you put in behind the scenes for our athletic program. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. They are greatly appreciated and significantly and positively impact our season. To Mr. Roten, for keeping our girls as healthy as you can and in good shape for the rigors of this physically demanding season. To our team moms, who I know they're not here, but they made our life easier wherever they could, and for the efforts to organize delicious team dinners. Their contributions were tremendous and helped us establish a palpable team culture. To all the parents that helped with making sure that we had snacks for all of the away games, because that's important. They came out to cheer us on and take pictures. The group of girls would not be a team without their support. Thank you. I'm going to thank Myron, because you did come and help us a little bit throughout the season for a little bit. So I appreciate, and your enthusiasm at the games, even when you had no idea what was going on. I know, it was all right. And lastly, to all of our student fans, whether they were helping in the perch, running the ball on the sidelines, taking pictures, or cheering loudly from the stands, we thank you all.
All right, so now for the awards. The Falcon Award. Here are some things that this player's teammates said about her. She was an exemplary leader and always strived to better herself and the team. She was positive even when everyone else was not. Everyone on the team looks up to her and sees her as a leader. She always lifts up the team and pushes us to perform our best on the field. She is such a positive person, and she knows when to be tough on us. She kept a positive attitude even when we were struggling. She is a vocal leader, but is also a leader by example. These are just some of the amazing things that your team said about you, and there are even more. Congratulations, Liv Sprinkle, on winning the Falcon Award. All right, and now the Coach's Leadership Award. By definition, this award exemplifies and embodies the ideal Gerstel student-athlete. The leadership attributes and principles that Gerstel Academy espouses and teaches in the classrooms and hallways are modeled and applied on the pitch. The commitment to teammates, the dedication to team goals, and the required sacrifices needed to ensure success are just a few of the qualities this individual exampled. No matter what we as coaches requested of this individual, no matter the task, no matter the physicality or mentality, this individual performed to her fullest, every single time. This individual's can-do attitude and spirit was on display at every practice and every game. As far as attitude and effort, this player did not just meet expectations, she far exceeded them. I have coached some excellent players, all conference and all state players, but rarely have I coached an individual that works as diligently or as steadfastly as this player. It is with great enthusiasm that I announce this year's Coaches Award recipient, Sarah Fenwick.
I want to thank everyone here who has been a part of Gerstel Athletics family and all of you that support our teams. Every student athlete in this room, whether you hold a plaque or not, plays a critical role in the success of our program, and I hope you are proud of yourselves. We most certainly are. As you leave here this morning, congratulate one another, express your appreciation to your coaches, your friends, and when you get home tonight, your families for their support. Have a great rest of your day.